George is here with the biggest headline of the morning. George.
Learning more about the indictment of former President Trump right now. And with us this morning is ex-attorney and fixer Michael Cohen, also author of the book Revenge, How Donald Trump Weaponized the U.S. Department of Justice Against His Critics. Certain to be the star witness if Donald Trump does indeed go on trial. Michael Cohen joins us now. What a journey this has been for you over the last several years, many years in the service of Donald Trump, many years in jail after turning on Donald Trump being convicted in a case connected to these hush money payments as well. So how did it feel yesterday?
You know, you may remember this, George, but 5 years ago, I actually was with you at the Regency when I came out and I said, and it was a big turning point for me in my life, that my wife, my daughter, my son, and my country have my first loyalty and always will. And it was that meeting that actually changed the route that I was taking.
How so?
Because I decided that really my loyalty can no longer be to a man who doesn't deserve it. And my loyalty, again, belongs to my wife, my daughter, my son, and my country. There
was a long time there where it looked like Donald Trump would not face charges on this matter. We don't know the full charges yet, but as I asked Joe Tacopina and Kate Shaw earlier, we do know there are at least 24 charges, it appears, perhaps closer to 36. Does that tell you that this has gone beyond the hush money payments?
You know, I don't want to get into the topics that I spoke with the district attorney's office. It's not really proper for me at this time to do it. I think what we all need to do is just take a little bit of a step back, trying to figure out what is in that sealed indictment. Very soon, I promise you, it'll be released, and then we'll all have the opportunity to opine on it.
But you can say, based on your questioning, I know you can't talk about what happens inside the grand jury, that you are not the only witness in this case. You may be the star witness. You're not the only witness in this case by any means.
Thank goodness for that. Yes, I am not the only witness.
Are you ready for this cross-examination?
Oh, absolutely. Look, do you think it could be any worse than the Republicans during the House Oversight Committee hearing? 9 hours, with about 5 hours of it being lambasted by Republicans who didn't want to ask me a single question about their supreme leader. All they did is follow the message. And that's something that I had done for over 10 years with Donald. You follow the message that he wants. And that's what got me in trouble. You may also remember I said it was either to Mark Meadows, Jim Jordan, or both of them. I know what you guys are doing because I know the play. In fact, I wrote the playbook. So look at what's happened to me. It's not good. And what happened to me will ultimately happen to you. And that's actually what's happening right now.
One of the defenses here is likely to be wasn't about the election at all. This was just Donald Trump trying to keep a personal matter private.
Right. The documents will speak for themselves.
The documents?
Yes.
So not just your testimony?
No. And it's also corroborating testimony, but it's documents. I promise you, this team under Alvin Bragg is as good as the team under Mark Pomerantz and Carrie Dunn. And I didn't think I would ever come across a team as good as that.
How do you expect these next several weeks and months now to go for you?
Difficult, because part of the Trump playbook, I talk about it in Revenge all the time, what Donald Trump's playbook is all about is to disparage and to denigrate. And they're going to come at me every single day, like what Joe Tacopina does, like what Bob Costello did. They're going to try to attack my credibility day in and day out, thinking that they're winning the war, which is really his freedom, when you're not. In fact, instead of playing the media game, he should be worrying more about a court of law, not a court of public opinion. You
also have a podcast, Mea Culpa. Are you going to be able to keep up with that as this goes to trial? You're expecting maybe there might be a gag order from the judge?
No, because I'm not. It's another mistake that's made about me. I am not a cooperating witness. I'm not under a 5K1. I did my time. I spent 13 months out of a 36-month sentence at Otisville. I had 18 months on supervised release. I'm still actually on paper with supervised release. I had home confinement for 18 months. I'm not under any specific gag order. I can do whatever I want, which is, of course, why I'm here today. But, you know, one of the things, since we bring up Tacopina and Costello, what I really would recommend to Donald, if he wanted to ask me my advice, I would say you really do need lawyers that are competent. This clown show of counsel makes absolutely no sense to me. He doesn't know the facts. How could you sit there and try to represent your client when you really have no idea what you're talking about. It's just bravado. And it's the bravado to a party of one. And the party of one, of course, is always Donald Trump. It's all about inflating his ego. You're past the point of wanting to inflate your ego. Now this is about a criminal indictment.
That's where I want to end up. You were in the foxhole with Donald Trump for many fights like this when you were on his side, when you were his fixer, when you were his attorney. What do you think he's really saying, feeling, thinking right now?
Oh, he's seething right now. He is beyond angry for many different reasons. But the fact that he is being held accountable, something that he has no desire to ever be. He's never been held accountable. I mean, this is a man who held up the Bible and said he's never apologized to God because he's never done anything wrong. He doesn't understand accountability. And right now, Alvin Bragg has finally put that into his lap.
Michael Cohen, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.